In Formula One, the race engineer is far more than a voice on the radio. They are the driver's main link to the vast technical machine that powers each race weekend. Their role blends engineering precision, real-time strategy, and psychology. Every lap, they monitor performance data, track conditions, and rival movements, filtering it into precise instructions the driver can process in seconds. Beyond race day, they are deeply involved in car setup, tailoring suspension, aerodynamics, and power delivery to the driver's style. This requires not only technical expertise, but an almost personal understanding of the driver's strengths, weaknesses, and communication style. In a sport where milliseconds separate victory from defeat, a race engineer becomes both a strategist and a confidant. They carry the responsibility of transforming hundreds of live data channels into decisions that can win or lose championships. Inside the F1 driver's bubble, this relationship is one of the most intense and trusted partnerships in elite sport. It is built on mutual confidence, split-second judgment, and relentless preparation. During a Grand Prix, the race engineer is plugged into a constant flow of telemetry from the car. This includes engine performance, tire wear, fuel consumption, brake temperatures, and aerodynamic efficiency. They must process this data instantly, spotting trends before they become problems. If a tire is degrading faster than expected, they calculate alternative strategies in seconds, considering pit stop windows and the pace of competitors. Their role is not just to read the data, but to interpret it in the context of evolving race dynamics. A sudden change in track temperature, a safety car deployment, or an unexpected rival pit stop can force immediate decisions. The engineer filters out irrelevant noise and communicates only the most vital information to the driver. In clear, concise terms. Precision is critical. One poorly timed instruction can cost positions, while a perfectly judged call can secure a race win. This real-time analysis is what makes the race engineer the tactical brain of the operation, always thinking several laps ahead. A race engineer's work begins long before the lights go out. In the days leading up to a race, they collaborate with the driver and the technical team to perfect the car setup. Every circuit has unique demands: high-speed corners, heavy braking zones, varying surfaces, and the engineer must balance these with the driver's preferred handling style. This involves adjusting suspension geometry, fine-tuning aerodynamics, selecting brake materials, and optimizing power unit mapping. Even tiny changes can dramatically alter lap times and tire wear patterns. The challenge is finding a compromise between outright speed and long-run consistency. A setup too aggressive may deliver fast qualifying laps, but cause excessive tire degradation in the race. A conservative approach may protect the car but sacrifice competitiveness. The race engineer's expertise lies in interpreting simulator data, past race information, and driver feedback to achieve the optimal balance. Their skill in this stage can make the difference between starting mid-grid or challenging for pole position. Formula One is as much a mental challenge as a physical one. A race engineer must read the driver's mindset as accurately as they read car data. Over team radio, tone, pacing, and timing of messages can influence a driver's confidence. In high-pressure moments, defending a position, chasing a rival, or recovering from a mistake, the engineer's words can reset focus and calm nerves. They know when to give detailed technical feedback and when to offer reassurance without distraction. This psychological support is built through countless hours of collaboration during practice sessions, simulator runs, and debriefs. A driver who trusts their race engineer implicitly will commit fully to their instructions, knowing every call is made with absolute clarity and shared ambition. The bond becomes so strong that engineers often anticipate the driver's thoughts before they are voiced. In a sport where one moment of hesitation can change the outcome, this mental alignment is a hidden weapon in achieving consistent results. Races rarely unfold exactly as planned. Rain showers, track debris, unexpected safety cars, all demand rapid strategic revisions. The race engineer leads these adjustments, weighing the risks and rewards of each decision. Should the team pit early for fresh tires, or extend the stint to gain track position? Should they switch to a different compound to counter a rival's pace? Each choice must factor in tire life projections, weather forecasts, and the likelihood of on-track incidents. Crucially, they must also judge the driver's ability to adapt to a sudden shift in strategy. Communicating these changes in a way that the driver can execute flawlessly under extreme stress is part of the craft. A well-timed decision can vault a team into contention. A poorly calculated one can ruin an entire race. This ability to manage controlled chaos is why race engineers are often referred to as the co-pilots of Formula One, steering outcomes from the pit wall as much as from behind the wheel. Beyond the track, the race engineer is the driver's direct line to the factory. They gather feedback from the driver after every session, translating it into actionable reports for the design, aerodynamics, and power unit departments. If the driver complains of instability in high-speed corners, the engineer relays this to aerodynamicists to investigate wing configurations. If braking feels inconsistent, they work with mechanics and suppliers to adjust materials or hydraulics. The engineer must speak both the DAS, Rivers language, and the language of technical specialists, ensuring no detail is lost in translation. They are also responsible for bringing updates from the factory to the driver in a form that enhances performance without overwhelming them with complexity. This role as a communication bridge ensures that improvements to the car are aligned with the driver's real-world experience, closing the gap between simulation theory and track reality. Without this connection, development could easily diverge from what actually delivers lap time gains. Before a single wheel turns on race weekend, the race engineer is deeply involved in simulations. Using historical data and advanced modeling software, they run thousands of virtual race scenarios. These simulations predict tire wear rates, fuel strategies, and overtaking opportunities. They also account for potential weather changes, safety car deployments, and rival strategies. The engineer uses this information to create a detailed race plan, with multiple contingencies ready to deploy. During free practice, they test these plans against actual track conditions, adjusting based on real telemetry and driver feedback. This preparation ensures that when unexpected events occur, the team already has a calculated response rather than relying on guesswork. The meticulous pre-race planning is one of the least visible yet most crucial elements of an engineer's job. While fans may see only the split-second calls during a Grand Prix, those decisions are built on weeks of analytical groundwork that maximizes the team's competitive advantage. In Formula One, mechanical or electronic issues can emerge without warning. A sudden loss of power, overheating brakes, or failing sensors must be addressed immediately. The race engineer guides the driver through troubleshooting sequences, often via coded instructions to comply with regulations. They must know the car's systems intimately, recognizing the difference between a minor glitch and a race-ending failure. Sometimes the solution involves creative workarounds, adjusting engine modes, altering brake bias, or recalibrating sensors on the fly. The key is to restore performance without compromising safety or breaking technical rules. In these moments, the race engineer's calmness under pressure is vital. Their ability to process multiple streams of information, communicate clearly, and make decisive calls can salvage valuable points from what could have been a retirement. It's a skill honed through experience, technical mastery, and the understanding that in F1, even the smallest recovery can have championship implications. The race engineer's role extends far beyond individual race weekends. They are integral to the car's long-term development, providing continuous feedback that shapes upgrades and future designs. Their analysis of a season's performance helps identify where the team must invest resources, whether in aerodynamics, power unit improvements, or mechanical grip. By working closely with the driver, they ensure that new components match the driving style and extract maximum performance. They also play a part in pre-season testing, refining the baseline setup for the year ahead. This involvement means the engineer is as much an architect of the team's future success as they are a tactician in the present. In a sport where competitive edges are measured in tenths of a second, the alignment between driver feedback, engineer insight, and design execution can be the decisive factor in a championship battle. Their input is a cornerstone of sustainable competitiveness. While drivers receive the spotlight for their on-track heroics, race engineers operate in the shadows, orchestrating much of what makes those performances possible. They are the silent tacticians, the real-time problem solvers, and the guardians of performance consistency. Every radio call, setup adjustment, and strategy shift is the result of countless hours of preparation and split-second judgment. Their influence reaches every corner of the driver's bubble, shaping how the car behaves, how the driver responds, and ultimately how the team performs. Championships are not won by drivers alone. They are the product of a seamless partnership between human skill and technical mastery. The race engineer embodies this union, ensuring that talent is matched with the right machinery, strategy, and mindset. Though they may never stand on the podium, their fingerprints are all over every success, making them one of the most indispensable yet understated figures in the high-stakes world of Formula One.